Oh my god, is that a 35% off 5 plus gifted sub SNOWSTORM promotion that literally just activated on Twitch? Oh my gosh. I've got a bunch of time with this stuff. I don't know. I just figured I'd throw one up. Twitch is like, you haven't used any of your promotional stuff for the past year. I'm like, okay. Everybody. Oh, I don't even know why I'm live. I'm suffering. Oh. It's so hot. It's hot because if my electricity goes out, I need it to be warm upstairs. So it's like 80 something upstairs. And you're like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. The streaming room elevates that. So it's probably like 90 in my streaming room. And I'm resisting the urge to crank the AC so bad right now. The cats are loving it though. I don't understand how they do it with all their fur. But yeah, that's because it's freezing outside and high chance of electricity going out. And if that happens, last time that happened was in 2021 and we almost froze to death. Actually, I think. Oh. Also, hey Joey, over on YouTube. YouTube emotes suck. I agree. I wish I could do more with them. Oh, unless you're talking about like YouTube specific emotes. I don't even know what they have. Like their emojis and stuff. I have no idea. Also thank you on the Twitch end. Newbat and HC. That was 20 and 21 hours ago. That was probably while I was live. Thank y'all again. Hiri, thank you. Semper with 100 months. Psychotic. Thank you. Welcome back. Triple digits. Thank you so much, Semper. Insane. And Yummy Sardines with the 31. Oh! Why am I live? Why did I go live? I don't know. I don't know. I guess to take my mind off the heat. And thank you, Ashen, for the nice months. Welcome back. Like, I'm so tempted to just go lower it a little bit. Just go lower it a little bit more. But I know as soon as I do, electricity's going to cut and be out for like 2 days straight, and then we're going to freeze to death. Thought today was VOD catch-up day. Yeah, I wasn't planning on streaming, and this is going to be a short stream. I set that 35% discount to 3 hours. I don't even know if I'll be live for 3 hours. I'd like to do some reading, and if it wasn't so hot, maybe some piano. But I'm not looking to, you know, move around too much right now. I don't do well in heat. I just don't. Ironic. I've always lived in Louisiana or Texas. During my streams, it's always like... During my streams, like, it's so cold in here. Like, I drop the AC. But man, I've never seen Patcha so happy. She's just rolling around on the floor. She's loving it. She's like, oh my god, it's so warm. Why are cats like that? They have all that fur. Like, you would think they would hate when it's too hot, you know? But they love it, man. Their ancestors are basically desert cats, I think. Wait, really? They're from Africa. Wait, what? Wait. Are you saying like domestic cats, like most if not all domestic cats can be traced back to like to Africa? I think so, yeah. Wow, I've never heard that. That's crazy. Huh. You were taught? I mean, possible I was taught that too and I was asleep or not paying attention. Oh, shit. The YouTube thumbnail for this stream is the wholesome to horror bit. Yeah, that ain't happening right now. In fact, I'm thinking we mix that up next week. We do Monday and Friday, wholesome to horror, 16-hour stream. Wednesday, another dedicated stream, but something different. And not as long. I like the sound of that. Because I like the theme of it. I like the long streams, but 3 in 1 week is a bit much. 2 in 1 week, I think is fine. Especially if they're spaced out. But yeah, chat. One reason I wanted to go live, I want some suggestions from you guys. I'm considering I want to do a challenge run in Elden Ring, recorded off stream, ideally. And I want it to also be like, you know, a potential like cinematic experience, if that makes sense. You know, like most challenge runs are like speed runner or challenge runner runs around naked, not taking damage. I'm wanting something that like utilizes my characters, but is hard enough where people can respect it, involves PvP, and each character maybe like whenever I invade with them, it's like in a specific zone, which can simulate covenants. Like Orphan would be like in the sewers, you know, stuff like that, or maybe all underground areas. And then I got to thinking, I was like, what if it was like, what if instead I asked chat, that's you guys, about like, if you could have a covenant in Elden Ring, what would it be? And then like the more interesting ideas, we take that and I try to incorporate that into said challenge run with, you know, some, obviously like some YouTube editing magic. For example, I don't know, easiest suggestion is like Orphan invading the sewers and he's rewarded with something Something maybe simple, maybe unique. Could be like just Estus flask refill, or it could be something unique that can affect the challenge run. You know? Oh no, it'd definitely be modded. I was thinking like New Game Plus 7, aggression modded randomized enemies. You know? Like, I don't mind it being crazy. I want it to be something where like the PvE crowd's like, dang, this sounds tough, you know? So it's like, I want it to be something tough, but themed and with an interesting like cinema approach based around my lore focused characters. Like, if I really wanted to, I could even add like custom like cutscenes and stuff to like certain elements of it, similar to what we used to do, me and Mala, in the past. You know, I want it to be a difficult challenge run that's PvPvE, and is like entertaining in like the like thematically, because you know, most people, it's like, here's the challenge run, here's the difficult challenge. Do I do it? Do I not? Let's find out. So it's like, have that, but also have it, you know, I could have it like tell a story or something, you know, based around my characters. Hello, Porch Meat Peeve. Did you stock up for the storm? I haven't ordered porch meat in years. But I do have get a lot of sandwich makings. And in the event I lose power and those are no longer good, well, I've got peanut butter sandwich makings, and I've got some canned food. Not much. I didn't want to like go like hoarder status, but I've got enough for like a few days. Anything past that, I'm dead. Thank you, Brad. Welcome back. If it's modded, I'm gonna keep preaching Elden Ring Reforged. It has difficulty modes and a wide variety, very wide matchmaking range. Well, I was thinking the PvP side of it be on like PS5, but I could just do that on PC as well. You know, like that's also a possibility. I was thinking it'd be on PS5 and then I'd use like Cheat Engine or something on the PC, like PvE side, to poof some rewards into my inventory. Are you getting back into Elden Ring? I'm actually on it now. Build crafting for Tarnished Edition releases on Switch 2. Yeah, I really want, like, I got the idea a few days ago. I was like, what if I do, because I haven't done any kind of like challenge run thing in Elden Ring. Well, aside from whatever the hell I did in the DLC. Like in past games, I always had like mercenaries and stuff like that. Or like the Sinister Challenge and Bloodborne. You know, like a PvPvE focused challenge run, and I've always done that. And I just, there wasn't a really organic way to do that in Elden Ring, so I didn't. But now, especially with Dustbloods on the horizon, and PvPvE is kind of like a buzzword that, you know, might make people take notice. I think it could be cool to do a to like tailor a challenge run to where it's so Peeve levels of stupid that like no one else is gonna bother attempting it. And by that, I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm the greatest player of all time. I'm not fucking saying that. I'm saying like something that only someone willing to fight a single boss for 100 hours would attempt on the PvE side. And then on the PvP side, you know, fighting your typical fucking gank squads with like off-meta centric themed lore builds like I have, but losing in those situations punishes you in the already hard as shit PvE side. You understand what I'm saying? Because like PvE challenge runners wouldn't fucking touch that. They don't want a PvP. PvPers don't have enough interest. Most of them don't have enough interest in PvE to even bother. And then the ones that would probably would be like, yeah, but I'm not going to, with all this on the line, you know, what I'm already fucking dealing with on the PvE side, you think I'm going to go up against these fucking gankers with like a silly lore build? No. So it's like, I feel like this middle ground, this sweet spot is something only I'm fucking stupid enough to attempt. So yeah, and then while doing that, I could put more of like my own spin on it with like
wow,
maybe leaning into the lore side of stuff with my characters, or like I said, custom made cinematics for some of them. Maybe they each have like an end goal. And Brad with the 5, thank you. Was that 35% off, Brad? It should be, right? Yeah, nice. Yeah. Get your snowstorm subs. Chat, get them while they're hot. Very, very, very special. Yeah. 2 more hours. Only 2 more hours for the snowstorm subs. 5+ gifted. 35% off. Oh my God. Get your 100 sub pack for 35% off. Here's your chance. Big chance. I think setting yourself up to be ahead of the curve for Dustbloods as an actual PvP quote-unquote subject matter expert accrued through the years through Elden Ring content gonna be great in the long run.
wow.
Well, thank you, Android, for that. And as I'm reading your comment, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wow, indeed. Thank y'all. I don't know. It's very hard with that. Like, I feel like my expertise with Soulsborne stuff is like build crafting. Like, I mean, I can fucking build craft like some kind of sweaty ass shit. I just don't care to. But like, whenever it comes to, like, if somebody came up to me, they're like, Peeve, what's the most optimal poise break for, you know, Elden Ring PvP when I'm using this weapon and I'm fighting I'm gonna be like, I don't fucking know. like there's some stuff where it's like you're asking the wrong guy. So it's like, for me, it's like build crafting and like handling multiple opponents, like situational awareness and like tips involving that. Those are pretty much my focuses. Whenever you get into like the more technical shit, like I would probably send you elsewhere. Yeah, depending. So I feel like for Dustbloods, a lot of people, they're going to want the win. Why wouldn't they? It's the first time we've seen From be like, hey, this PvP stuff, now it's actually potentially competitive. People are going to only want the fucking win. Understandably so. And I don't know if... I mean, hell, look at Naraka. One of the few times you'd see me actually like try to sweat in a PvP game. So maybe the same will happen with Dustbloods. Maybe I'll, you know, focus more on that than just pure shenanigans. I don't know how many shenanigans will be possible in Dustbloods. Why sweat in 100 ping? True. But, you missed Meowsnary runs? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to... I'm trying to make the ultimate Meowsnaries run. Okay? Like, here's where I need y'all's help. Okay? Elden Ring challenge run, right? New game +7, probably aggression modded, probably randomized enemies. Already fucking stupid. And then, as an example, I'm thinking, because this wouldn't be streamed, it'd be recorded. So like on the OBS side, I can rig up an alert to like randomly, like maybe with a cooldown, but like randomly pop up that says invading another world. And so this is on like Seamless on like PC, right? I see that alert, essentially pause the game, and assuming I want to invade on PS5, I might invade in Seamless or Reforged, but I feel like that's going to be, I don't know. I'll look into it though. But say I'm doing PS5, I pause the PC version where I'm at in that moment, push a button on my little HDMI switcher remote control. I'm on PS5. I do an invasion in that area. So if it's Limgrave, I'm invading a Limgrave. Maybe I'm underground somewhere. And maybe I'm like in the sewers. I invade in the sewers, you know, like, so you're getting invasions on different characters. Well, you're getting invasions in different zones where, like, if I win, I'll get like an Estus refill. But if I lose, I get sent back to the side of grace and I lose my progress. Similar to Meowsnaries. And then to add on to it even further, I was considering using multiple characters throughout the run through like respecking or like, you know, some cheat engine shenanigans. Where like if I'm going through like Ray Lucaria, I'm using like my space magic build. You know, my scythe wielding space magic guy, because it's like a magic themed zone. Or if I'm underground, maybe it's orphan. Stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, what if like these different zones have like some kind of themed covenant tied to them, which affects like either how I invade or like what reward I get, you know? Anyway, so I'm trying to think of stuff for that. I'm open to suggestions. Like, what would be a covenant you would want to see in Elden Ring, and how could I incorporate that into this? I want it to be like a challenge run, but where I'm essentially like, I've created covenants that don't exist in the game, and they're like tied into the challenge or the reward system, you know, between the PvP and PvE. You understand? It's kind of a lot. And then maybe custom cutscenes at certain points with my characters. Which, again, that's what I'm saying. This is all recorded and edited, you know? So it's not like you're going to be seeing me, like, do all the back-end stuff of, like, okay, let me switch over to PS5 and stuff. It would just be, it would be cut to where you would just see that jump. And maybe you wouldn't see it if it wasn't a particularly interesting one. You know, 6 hours might be trimmed down to like 1 hour. Anyway, that's where my head's at. So if y'all got any suggestions, I'm all ears. For example, what about a gravity covenant? And I have to like knock people off ledges to get the quote unquote win. That might be a bit much, but it's an example. It's a possibility. Everyone should have sides that do bleed. Wait, what? I'm not talking like a player covenant, like a full-on player covenant. I'm talking like something I can tie into like my own like challenge run. We want to invade you. I mean, that's Ooh. What if I know. Okay, here's an example of what I'm talking about. Here's an example. Whenever I get to Mogwin Palace, whenever I enter that area, I could have it to where through like seamless co-op or something, I basically open up a session so that a bunch of you guys can invade me, but like without the usual cap. So it's not like I'm getting invaded like as a solo host one at a time. Like I might be fighting like 4 of you guys or 5 of you guys or something, and it's just like a constant just swarm of invaders, specifically in Mogwin Palace. So on like the YouTube side, like within the challenge run, you see me reach Mogwin Palace and I'm getting like flooded with invaders, which are you guys on the back end. Whether or not I'm streaming this doesn't matter. You know, maybe this would be through the Discord or something. And part of the challenge run suddenly is, it's not that I'm in this covenant. It's that like you guys are in this quote unquote covenant, which is targeting me. So it's like the covenant could either be tied to a character or like a specific zone I enter, which adds to the challenge, or both. Like, do you understand the potential of this? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, a challenge run that takes the PvP and utilizes it in like unique ways to make not only more of a challenge or like rewards for like the challenge, but makes it entertaining in a way that like you just wouldn't find elsewhere. Yes, Peeve, it's a joke about the blood shades. Oh, everyone have sides that do bleeds. Oh, right. That makes sense. Hey, maybe it's the blood shades that I get to Mogwin Palace and it's just a bunch of characters named Bloodshade. It's just all the blood shades. That could be fun. So yeah, it could either be stuff that like I do myself, you know, like invading specific areas as some of my specific characters while I'm progressing, and I get some kind of reward, or I could incorporate you guys as well for something like that, like mass invasions in Mogwin Palace. by like bleed focus builds. Moog shades. Two ideas. Elevator inspectors invade near lifts only. Your goal is to knock someone into the shaft. R. Environmental advocate. You cannot deal direct damage. Only barrels, cliffs, traps. Yeah, like I see where you're going with that, but like I want it to be, I mean, I don't know, it could be silly like that, but I'm thinking like stuff that could be tied, like weaved into the game. You know, like it could be like an actual covenant that exists. The only reason I mentioned like gravity covenant earlier is because there's gravity spells and gravity is a theme in the game. Yeah. I'm not necessarily opposed to that. You're about to play his second favorite game of all time. I'm not playing Elden Ring today. And this is, I'm talking like off-stream stuff. Like I want to get this playthrough going off-stream, recorded, so that I can edit together like this entertaining but still difficult PvPvE challenge experience for YouTube to watch. And then on stream, it's more like variety focused stuff. Until Dustblood's releases or Tarnished Edition releases, and then everything goes out the fucking window. But that's expected. I don't know about, like, if I'm doing like lore focused stuff, like character lore focused, which is also tied into like, you know, a lot of it's tied into like the world lore. Randomizer seems like it's kind of not very fitting. Not like it needs to be like perfect or anything, but I feel like without randomizer, without like enemy randomizer, it could just be kind of boring because everyone's seen all like, you know, a standard run a million times before with the standard enemies everywhere. I feel like to get people's attention, it would have to be New Game Plus 7, aggression modded randomizer, like as its base. And then the PvP and lore flavors sprinkled in. I think that could work. Also, what is the what's the snowstorm looking like? I mean, it's more like an ice storm, but whatever. That's not a good sign. Ice storm warning. It says ice. This is all caps. Ice storm warning in effect until noon CST Sunday. What? I assume there's more to that sentence. This is just like what it says on like the Google preview. What? ... Probably says like what you need to know. But it sounds like the warning itself is surprised. Like, what the hell? Let me see. The weather guy I check out. 1 hour ago. He's trying to see him about to lose power. Increase the potential for ice accumulation of 1/4 to 1/2 inch plus, with isolated to scattered power outages and nearly impossible travel. That sounds fun. Okay. Reminder, most of this winter storm and its impacts won't be felt until late tonight through Sunday morning. Heaviest precipitation moves in around / after sunset. Okay. So it sounds like I shouldn't lose power right now. Hopefully I don't later, but who knows? I'm a rare viewer, but I came to say that I really miss the Dark Souls days. I miss those times in your videos. Oh, thank you, Locust. Yeah, I miss those days too, but like that was like early days of Twitch, man, where like all we did was Dark Souls. Like it was rare I streamed anything else. It was like we lived in Dark Souls PvP for like years. Yeah, I am nostalgic for that. Don't worry. Another Soulsborne game releases, and that's like I'll be hooked for like years after. That's just how this works with my brain. You guys will be begging for variety again. Dark Souls bingo with Muse blasting. Did I blast Muse? Probably. Hey, Kira. Oh yeah, Coffinate. That was 2021. The 2021 freeze. Apparently, he just did it again. As someone apparently reported. No surprise. Ugh. I think I'm getting used to the heater right now. Feeling better. Hey, what's up, Sneak? Trying to think of more things with this challenge run. Like, I thought if I really wanted to, and this is a bit much, but like, I want y'all to understand the potential that I'm suggesting here. It could be a challenge run that, while it's like new game +7 aggression modded, randomized enemies and shit, with like being pulled into invasions in some areas or being mass invaded by you guys in other areas, depending on the quote unquote covenant linked to the character or the zone. Like there's all that. There's all those elements. But like, I would be willing to even take it further and have it where like on one episode I happen to like quote unquote stumble upon another person who's like, I don't know, like Saint, you know, like Saint Riot's just like I stumble upon him. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, oh, hey, Peeve. And then like we co-op through that area and have like a little like almost like podcast style thing. Like That's stupid shit like that. That's just like adding to the entertainment value. Like that's what I'm saying. You know, it's not just a challenge run. It's like an immersive PvPvE Covenant themed challenge run that could also have other entertaining elements involved in it. You know? Or maybe like the boss of an area. Like I walked through a boss fog and like you're expecting it to be like, I don't know, that stupid fucking reindeer boss. The ancestral spirit deer thing. But in that boss room, it's like it's like another like Soulsborne PvPer that I have to fight. Like we could do whatever the fuck we want. That's my point. It could have guests. It could have other shit. I'm not really leaning into the guest side of it. That's just an example of like possibility. I think entertainment value cinema meets hard as fuck PvPvE challenge that's themed. Like nobody else is doing this. That's my point. No one else is gonna take it that far. And as long as it's entertaining and hard as fuck in that entertainment so that people respect it as a challenge as well, I think there's something there. Is there a way to make a mod where there's roaming bosses in the open world? Yeah. Hell, that's what like the randomizer does. The Abyss Knights would be cool in the forest, the bear. Oh, like the Abyss Watchers from Dark Souls 3? I don't know about that. It might be a bit more difficult. You know, it'd be fun. Have like God, I could lean so hard into this. Like the lore stuff with like my old man Pyromancer being like tied to my quote unquote 2012 Peeve character from Dark Souls 1. Have it to where like, I don't know, there's some kind of like scene transition, like walking through a boss fog or walking through an area that's like really, really dark, or an elevator that gets really dark. And then whenever it lights up again, it's like suddenly it's my Dark Souls 1 character in a Dark Souls 1 location. So it's like Elden Ring seamlessly through editing. Part of the challenge run actually goes into Dark Souls 1 for some reason. And then back into Elden Ring. Like it could be fucking stupid. Like that's what I'm saying. It could be absolutely unnecessarily stupid. It's like, oh yeah, that part of Peeve's Elden Ring challenge run where like, you know, he had to go through like that modded version of Anorlando. It's like, what the people would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You said it's Elden Ring. It's like, yeah, it's an Elden Ring challenge run. But you said Anorlando. Yeah, he goes through Anorlando at one point. Like, what? Like, I want this to be something unique, you know? Not just like, oh, here's my challenge run. Have enemies randomly turn into Margit. Okay. I mean, sure, that could be part of it, but I'm trying to think of, like, you know, other ideas. Patches is the link. I mean, not out of the realm of possibility. Does Patches voice actor do like what's that service called? Not guest star or co-star. What's the service I'm thinking of? Cameo. Yeah. Wouldn't that be amazing to get him to do like cameo stuff, like lines, which then you overlay onto patches, maybe across multiple games within the run that are tied into like my characters. That too much, like like it would cost too much, it would be too much, but that would be fun. Like the more I dig into this, the more I'm like, I feel like I need to like sit down and like storyboard out like a lore reasons why my different characters would be in different zones and what their end goals would be, their individual end goals, and then tailor the challenge and like the PvP covenant side of stuff around that. So it could be less of like, I'm just trying to get to the end of the game, you know, from like point A to point B, like beginning to end, and more like different episodes involving different characters pushing an overall narrative to like an end resolution with challenge stuff involved. Bro's writing Avengers. Yeah. We've joked in the past of the quote unquote Peeve cinematic universe. I'm talking like scratching the surface with that within a challenge run. Yeah, the PCU. So like a hard as fuck challenge run that incorporates PvP elements in a covenant themed style, with my different characters, with lore tied to them, maybe custom scenes, similar to like what Maelstrom's done in the past. Like the possibilities are endless, is what I'm saying. As long as, like, at its core, there's Mala. As long as at its core, it's entertaining and a difficult as fuck challenge, people will respect. Like those are the two things. Like meshing these two things. So the challenge run sickos who want to see some hard as fuck challenge on YouTube can get that, but then on the same note be like, wait a minute. Wait. One of his characters in this episode enters Mogwin Palace and suddenly he's getting mass invaded by like 8 players at a time, all like Bloodshade themed. And like this is part of the challenge. Like now he has to get through Mogwin Palace fighting off all these players and these enemies. Like that just adds to the challenge and it makes it extremely unique. We're cooking something. Something's getting cooked. I don't know what. I haven't looked in the pot yet, but there's something cooking. Do you still play Dark Souls? Dark Souls 1 Remastered? No. I don't remember the last time I played Dark Souls 1 Remastered. Probably like... Oh, I know. Whenever the Dark Souls 1 Remastered PvP Overhaul released by Metal Crow, I got really into that for probably like a week or two, and then did Elden Ring release soon after that? I think so. Or maybe that was after Elden Ring launch. I don't know. I need to rebuy Elden Ring and its DLC. I miss my monk character. Hey, why would you need to rebuy it? Like, if you want to play your character you already have, you shouldn't have to rebuy it. Just download it again. Saw a video from 12 years ago of you playing Dark Souls 1. Wait. Is that what got you into like this stream? For the record, I'm like simulcasting between Twitch and YouTube, so I'm mostly talking to Twitch chat right now. So, but like, did you just happen upon like a video from 12 years ago and like, oh wait, this guy's live? Yeah. That's crazy. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of variety stuff these days, and as you could probably tell from my YouTube channel, I don't really do many direct uploads anymore. Mostly just live streaming. I'm like a Twitch streamer. Classic Twitch streamer shit. But I'm currently discussing an idea for like an Elden Ring thematic challenge run. That's what you've kind of wandered into. But that is funny. That's crazy. Random like 12-year-old. I've been around for a long fucking time. But yeah, I'm always involved in the Soulsborne stuff. Always will be. Even whenever I'm doing a lot of like variety gaming stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. Started streaming Dark Souls 1. Those were my first streams. That was almost 14 years ago. 14 years ago in March. And it's already been 14 years with as far as YouTube's concerned. I started my YouTube channel first, which was a few months before that. So like December 2011. Yeah. Hold up, what about prism stones? Their color's random, right? So you could use them as a dice roll or going into a new area to roll for the goal or something. I mean, that's a really fun idea, Death, but I'm wanting this to feel more like it's like the episode starts and it's like, okay, this is the character involved in this episode. It's still supposed to be like it's the same world, you know, so it's not like I'm starting a new run or something. It's just here's like a look into what this character's up to at the same time as that other character from the previous episode. And like his goal is to get to the end of this zone for this reason. But there's also these PvP elements unique to this area or unique to this character that add to the challenge. And then you're seeing like the actual gameplay challenge element, you know, that's going to be just organic. Like I mentioned, like being mass invaded in Mogwin Palace. Like, I will have to be literally fighting a bunch of fucking players and PvE at the same time. So I mean, what I'm saying though is like the only way like that Prism Stone idea would work is if it was like there's a fucking casino zone or something, you know? Like that doesn't. It's a fun idea, but I don't know if it ties into this. Then again, there could be a specific character that's in like a gambling covenant. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that does. But maybe. Why the fuck not, you know? Gamble the runes away. If you go into debt, you lose levels. No. I feel like that's getting into like I would need like some kind of unique mod tied to Prism Stones. If we were to use that idea. Or it's like you drop a Prism Stone and it has some kind of randomized effect. Like it could cause like a giant pot explosion that damages me. You know? Or it could cause like healing. Like that's something that like I would have to get custom modded, which I'm trying to avoid. Because then it's just never gonna happen, you know? Trying to come up with reasons your character's in an area, like hunting someone down, looking for a piece of gear, other things. Part of it, yeah. Like I have some characters that make sense in some areas. Like the example I'll keep going to is like my character Orphan. We've always considered him as like living in the sewers. So the sewer area, it would make sense he'd be there. Possibly invading there. And you could take that further and be like, oh, well, all underground areas, maybe all underground areas connected to the sewers. So like the sewers and like Deep Root and stuff like that. Which could go all the way down to like what, Noxtella and stuff. And the Parl, no. And the Rot Swamp. Like that could all be tied to him because they're connected to the sewers. What his end goal would be, I don't know. That's, you know, up for debate. Parl, no. Hey. This cat. Hey, stop it. He's been like completely inconsolable today. No. He wants to go outside, but it's literally freezing outside. Jesus. He senses a snowstorm? No, he literally doesn't. He's been crying to go outside. And it's like, I can't open this door because we're trying to retain heat in the event we lose power at any given moment. And he wants me to fling the door open so that he could eat leaves off of his favorite bush and then throw them up on the floor. A simple life for him, yeah. I fail to see the problem. No. I don't know if it's related, but my cat has been complaining too. He's cuddled up now. I think an hour and a half ago he was angry and had his toy. Yeah, Parl has been like that all day. Just causing havoc. Hey! Stop. Insisting on being in front of the monitor. Like, Dad, what's the problem? I just want to block your view and, like, you know, chew on wires and piss you off. I don't know why. I don't know why you won't let me do it. Anyway. Is anybody else caught up in the snowstorm? It's like fucking huge, right? I didn't realize how big it was until like earlier this morning. Saw people talking about it. I'm like, oh, I thought this was just a Texas thing. Just Canada as usual up here. I mean, yeah, that's like, I wish that were the case down here, but like Texas, like electrical grids are fucking dog shit. And if it gets the slightest bit chilly, they could just go nuclear and just shut down and then people die in their homes. So I laughed, but like it's true. I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, I wish it were just business as usual here. And it's like, oh, it's cold outside. Oh, no, it's below freezing outside. Oh, woe is me. It's like, no, it's, you know, power could go out at any moment. Then I'm out, like, no power for days and no heat source. And, yeah, I could get in my car. I'm in Tennessee, and it's already snowed quite a bit. Yeah, it's not even snowing here. Like, it says snowstorm, but it's more like an ice storm. Like, the threat here is the ice accumulation. Building up on, like, wires and shit. And I think, like, just becoming too heavy and causing them to, like, fuck up or something. I don't know. Some shit like that. It's supposed to affect like 240 million people in the US, which is a huge amount. Oh boy. I have a feeling I won't be able to do my sponsored segment tomorrow. Which I think I could tell you guys about. Surely. Yeah. So tomorrow I'm supposed to be doing a sponsored segment for a game you guys have wanted me to play for a long time. So much so that we have two commands for this one game. Exclamation point, why no code vein? And exclamation point code vein in Twitch chat. Now that said, yeah, code vein 2. Tomorrow's sponsor segment is supposed to be just the character creation. And I was like, wait. You guys want to sponsor me to literally just do character creation? And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh my God. Finally, my moment. Finally, after all these years. So they know how you create characters. I mean, to be fair, like I got the sponsorship offer, and it's like, well, okay, if you do it on these dates, you know, it could be character creation based. While if you do it on these dates, it'd be gameplay focused. We could see if you could do both. And I was like, I'll do both. And I made it a point. I'm like, I'm kind of known within my community for like the character creation I do. So I'm definitely interested in that. And I wouldn't mind doing the gameplay for a bit. They're like, okay. So, yeah, it's supposed to be 1 hour of character creation, which, let's be honest, it would probably be longer. And then 2 hours of gameplay on Tuesday. But my electricity goes out, and we don't know when it's coming back. I don't know about tomorrow's segment. We'll have to see. We need a sponsor for the character creation, but how will we make it last 2 hours? I know, man. I wish that were the case. It's not. It's just coincidence. But yeah. So that should be happening tomorrow. Hour willing. You okay, Parl? What was that? Cat freaking out. I think we got the gears turning for that. That idea. I really like the Blood Shades invading Mogwin Palace as part of the challenge. Like shit like that for different locations and stuff. Oh, maybe it could even be different types of challenges for each location. Like, you know, maybe Limgrave is like randomized aggression modded, but maybe like Liurnia is something different. That might get too muddy, though. That might be too much. Oops, all crawdads. That would be funny. I somehow make it to where there's no enemies in the whole zone, and instead I have to fish. Add a fishing mini game to it. And you could fish up enemies. That would be stupid. And yeah, Tarnished Edition, I think that's going to be soon. Like, I don't have anything to base that on, but like, the senses are tingling. You know? Anyone else have like the From Software senses, or is it just me? We're gonna hear something about that very soon, I think. And no, I don't have any kind of like behind the scenes info. This is just pure speculation, but it feels right. You know? Yeah, if we get a Nintendo Direct soon, I'm going to be pissed if there's no Dust Bloods info on it. Like that's going to be crazy. If there's no Dust Bloods info at the next Nintendo Direct, I'm going to just be like, okay, no, 2027. It's not coming out in 2026, you know? That's what someone under an NDA would say. I literally have no info. I have a From Software sense, okay? And it's about time. Like, they pushed it back to 2026. Talking about Tarnished Edition. I'm just like... You guys remember, like, my patch sense from Elden Ring? Where I was pretty accurate at guessing, like, when it was about time for another patch. Like, we got a patch coming. It's got to be coming. And I would be within, like, a few days of it. There were some that were completely off, but... like, I'm feeling that, you know? If not for the Switch edition, I would expect at any point soon to just see that tweet of like, the Elden Ring servers are going down to implement the Tarnished Edition patch. But like, you know, they're not going to do that with like the Switch 2 version releasing simultaneously. But it feels like it's about time. Hope the Tarnished Edition patch is meaty. I mean, we're supposed to get some new weapons, new armor, new starting class. That's potentially huge. And huge in a bad way. New starting class, if it's like optimal in any way to where like it beats out like another starting class, a lot of PvPers builds are going to just need to be start over from scratch. Like, imagine if it's the new Vagabond. Like, so many people are going to just be fucked. Well, not fucked. Like, you know, you might be, oh, if I switch to like the new, if I make this build over with the new starting class, I'll save 2 points. You know, like we're talking like min-max shit. So it's not the biggest deal in the world, but like for PvPers with that in mind, myself included, because like, you know, people can look at me all day and be like, oh, Peeve and his silly lore builds. But like, I min-max the shit out of them within the boundaries that I've set. So that would annoy me greatly. Like, even though I'm willing to use dumb shit that other people are just like, no, this sucks, I'm not going to use this. If I have a build that it turns out like I have the wrong starting class, in the past I have completely started over and remedied that. And yeah, it scares me that might be the case with this. And thank you, Sam, with the tier 2. Welcome back. One seemingly starts with a light greatsword. They do have the stats for each online, and some folks have crunched the numbers. I want to say I did that at one point for one of them, but I don't remember my results. I want to say it wasn't an issue, but I think at the time, at least, we didn't have the stats for the other starting class because it's 2 of them, right? Yeah, I don't remember. And who's to know, like, you know, what we saw, if that's like the actual end result, right? Like, they could change it. Is the Tarnished Edition a mod or official from software? Oh, it's official. Tarnished Edition is like that's probably gonna be Tarnished Edition is gonna come out, and they've got new weapons, they've got some new armor. Like, I don't think it's gonna be much. I think it's only, well, then again, I take that back. Tarnished Edition, I'm gonna say, is gonna be packed with shit. Oh, but Peeve, what do you mean? They've said that it's, you know, only gonna be a few things. Miyazaki is a filthy fucking liar. The man will bold-faced lie to his audience about everything to, like, subvert your expectations. And then, like, blow you out of the water. You guys remember the DLC? The Size of Limgrave? You remember that? You remember that one? Oh, yeah, the DLC is like The Size of Limgrave. Oh, thank you for that answer, Mr. Miyazaki. Oh, great answer. Thank you. That's very helpful. Fucking lie. There was something else. Oh, didn't he say, like, the base game was like 30 hours long or something? Oh, it's like 30 hours. Fucking lie. He just lies. So now that I'm thinking about it, Tarnished Edition, it's probably gonna have a bunch of shit. It's probably gonna have a bunch of shit. Like, from what we know, I think it's gonna be like a few weapons. I think like a few, if even, like, armor sets, 2 new starting classes, and like torrent skins. And like, that's it. But I'm saying no. Fool me once, Hidetaka Miyazaki, shame on me. Fool me 20 times, well, shame on you at this point. I don't believe you. Technically, it is the size of Limgrave, just 3 layers deep. Yeah. I think it's bigger than that, actually. I think it's damn near the size of the base game map. But yeah, Tarnished Edition is probably gonna have a ton of shit. But after it releases, we're gonna get a Tarnished Edition patch, fucking guaranteed. Who knows what they're gonna change? And then I'm hoping they don't say, "Oh, that's the final patch. Bye, everybody." I'm hoping we get like 1 or 2 more patches after that to fix the shit that they changed and fucked up. And then that'll probably be the end of like Elden Ring patches. Tarnished Edition is going to be like Scholar for Sin. The entire game changed. Is going to be a Gil ambushes across the entirety of Limgrave? No. Absolutely not. Oh, no, there's definitely at least one more patch. Oh, you mean one more patch after Tarnished Edition? Yeah. I would hope so. But yeah, they always say when they're done patching the game. They're always like, oh, this concludes the balancing of Dark Souls 3. They haven't said that yet for Elden Ring. Hope they change something that changes the entire meta and it's not obvious what they changed. Let y'all suffer. I wouldn't suffer. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd still just use what I use. But, I mean, that's every patch. The fucking notes will just happen to leave out like important details or glance over something like, and other tweaks and stuff. And it turns out like there's something in those other tweaks that is fucking like meta game changing. And the community finds it out very quickly. Yeah, did something regarding X. Yeah. Thanks. Like the patch notes will always be like hyper specific until they get bored of writing. And they're like, and then we did other shit. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. I should probably end stream and start working on the Patreon stuff. Chat. Anyone have any other ideas for Covenant stuff tied to like different locations in the game for the challenge run? 'Cause I've got some stuff to like cook in my head that I like, but I'm open to other suggestions. Like, it seems like there's something you could do with like Volcano Manor, you know. Ooh, maybe just something within Volcano Manor where like while I'm in Volcano Manor, fire related stuff deals more damage. Ah, that's unnecessary, but interesting, but unnecessary. A spell type you can only use in each region. No, like one of the things is like I want to use my characters as is. Dorada Covenant, don't care how it works, just bring my boy home. You guys think you want Dorada, you don't. He's dual katanas and a jar cannon. How have you not gotten sick of seeing the fucking jar cannon after it became like the go-to PvP tool in everyone's back pocket? Something silly like Bale swooping down at the end of each boss fight? No. Maybe with Volcano Manor, whoever you kill, you have to use their build. If you kill, eat them. Well, I mean, no, I'm not. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be like a covenant. I mean, a blasphemous covenant, especially since you like joined them. Yeah, I feel like there should be something there. I don't know about that, but there should be something, right? Like, it's like, oh, well, you go and you hunt down these NPCs. That's all there is to it. How do you build upon that into like actual PvP? Or maybe the area itself that adds to the challenge. Best character you ever made? Dorada? Fuck off. Albanark Conservationist Covenant, save the frogs. What would a blasphemous covenant be in PvP? Like, imagine that the Volcano Manor, joining them, actually had an impact within PvP. What would that be? Aside from, like, you invade in Volcano Manor when someone trespasses. Like, there's something there. There's something to that. Like, just off the top of my head, if I use, like, the Blasphemous Blade and get a kill with the L2, whenever I go back to my world, again, this is for the sake of a challenge run. So it's incorporating it as a, like, part of the challenge or, like, a reward tied to it. Whenever I go back to my world, like, it's stronger because it absorbed their soul or something. So, like, then the Blasphemous Blade scales with, like, kills. That's kind of interesting.
Wow.
Chat Up, thank you for the 5. With the 35% discount, is that still going on? How much more time's on that? That might be over. Is that over or is that still going? I think I said it like 2 hours or 3 hours. I don't know how much longer it has. I don't know how long I've been live. It says 1 hour left. Oh my God. Oh my God, chat. The snowstorm 35% savings. It's going to come and go as quick as the weather. Better hop on that 5+ gifted discount. Thank you, chat cap. Maybe in your invasions, you can summon a shade of the last person you killed to help you. But that's not gonna, I can't do that. That's just cheating. And plus, the invasions might be on PS5. Like, it has to be something that I'm doing within the invasion as like either like an added challenge on top of that or just strictly a reward that I get in like the PvE side. But I can't just like show up and be like, I have these crazy powerful abilities now because of my challenge run, and but then I'm just fucking cheating against people. So it's like I'm avoiding that. Maybe you're limited to using skills/weapons that quote unquote eat, like getting a finishing kill with the snake shield bite. Oh. Maybe. I feel like getting a kill with Blasphemous Blade, making it stronger is like, that's something I can think of for that. And I do have a character that uses it. My Madness build. You know what could be... Okay, hold on. I'm cooking. Hold on. Oh, God damn it, Reapy. You beat me to... Well, okay, you did beat me to it, but I didn't read your comment. God damn it. But we're on the same wavelength. The Blasphemous Blade does get stronger. However, I don't have it yet. So as I go through and I kill players, which will be like I'm like randomly invading, similar to Meowcenaries, right? So I'm not choosing when I invade. And I don't want to lose the invasion because then it's going to like reset me to the previous side of grace. So I'm having to kill players. But as I'm killing players, it's making the Blasphemous Blade stronger. But that also makes it stronger while Rykard has it. So it's like making Rykard stronger. But after I kill him, while he's potentially strong as fuck from all the players I've killed, and I get the Blasphemous Blade, it'll be like strong as fuck. There's something to that, maybe. But I also don't want... I want it to be stuff that I can just, like, change myself, you know? I don't know if I can easily just, like, bump up Rykard's difficulty. Maybe I could make it to where, like... Like, each host I kill like bumps up the new game plus bar the Rykard fight, and it's already at +7, so it like goes higher. So if I kill like an extra like 10 hosts before I reach Rykard, it's like new game +17 or something. And then like my Madness build, who would be using it, he'd probably go through the Madness Woods. I mean, he would go through the Madness Woods in the DLC. And, you know, he could use it there. And that would, like, it could be retaining that power. Yeah, I like that. And then I changed the Madness Woods to have like a bunch of the fucking the aging untouchables or whatever. So it's like I'm really strong, but there's a fuck ton of those just chasing me down. I don't know. So you have different upgrade levels for your weapons. Start at base, and if you invade and kill someone, move up upgrade levels, and if you die, then you drop down upgrade level. No, because like I would already be... The idea is I'd already be +7 on like a fully completed build. So all that's doing is just like, it's making it more difficult, but like the maximum upside is that I just have my normal weapon. You know? I'd have to like break the bounds of that. A Gravelord style mod for Elden Ring? No, but I did consider like if there's a way through like the Discord or something to kind of like involve you guys to simulate it. I don't know how though. Red Petal Apostles. Worshippers of wounds, long drawn out fights to combat host that like to heal a lot, slow to engage, and just proc them, seek sustained suffering. Maybe Hoslo's Petal Whip. Oh. You mean just torture? A torture covenant? Is that what you're suggesting? A covenant where I don't kill the host and I just torture them until they jump off a cliff? It's kind of fucked up. Not opposed to it, but kind of like your Demon Souls character. Hey, we will not speak of that character lest she shows up and kills us all. No? Oh, did I take that incorrectly? Wait, that's what it sounded like. Long, drawn-out fights to combat hosts that like to heal a lot. Slow to engage and just proc them. Seek sustained suffering. That sounds like torture. What do you mean sustained suffering? No. It's not torture. It's just sustained suffering. It's like, what? It's fancy torture. I don't want to torture them. I just want them to suffer for an extended period of time. Yeah, exactly. As in pressure them to engage. Oh. I mean, that's highly situational, I think. I don't think you'd have like a covenant around that. Hey, Android, it was your idea. They're just kind of going off that. Shit. I really like all these ideas. And it's kind of taking this. I mean, I don't have to plan it all out right now. I could just like plan out the first few episodes of it and go with that. And then just add as as the ball gets rolling. Because this wouldn't be, by the sound of it, we've cooked up something where it wouldn't be like a standard straightforward playthrough. Where it's like, oh, I'm in Limgrave, now I'm in Liurnia, now I'm in Altus, now I'm in Lindell, now I'm in the mountaintop. It's not that. It's like episodic with different zones, with different end goals, with different characters. But a difficult challenge and unique mechanics within each. I like it. Like, what would Limgrave be? Like, I wouldn't have to start in Limgrave, but you'd probably want to. All that and then mirror the game world? Wait, what? What do you mean mirror the game world? You mean like flip it? Like Demon Souls style? No. Fuck no. Lost fights give your characters injuries. Thinking about Kinshi. You lose some form of function for a set amount of time for our X invasions. I mean, not bad, but like without some kind of cool like animation tied to it, or like my character's literally missing an arm, I feel like it doesn't have that pizzazz that you'd want from something like that, you know? Mm-hmm. Forced to edge walk. Oh God. You know, I do have Shadow Peeve, who is essentially 2012 Peeve, who would be edge walking. There could be some kind of like, oh, you know what, dude? Okay. Incorporate him probably in the DLC, because, you know, the Shadow Tree and all that. And when he invades, he doesn't. Oh my God. Whenever he invades, he doesn't invade an Elden Ring. When he invades, he appears in the Dark Souls 1 forest. And it's 2012 Peeve in the Dark Souls 1 forest. And win or loss affects the Elden Ring PvE side for him. That's cooking. That's fucking, and don't tell anybody about it. Just they get to that episode and he goes to invade, and then it's just like, because this would be like recorded off stream, so you know it'd be edited. So you'd see him go to invade, and then he appears in the Dark Souls 1 forest. People will be like, what the fuck? Oh man. You see, there's fucking layers here. Oh. Shit. And you'd have to play that shit Dark Souls 1 build? Yeah. And all that would be left is like the biggest Havel Mom sweats, and I would just never win. I'd have to like get you guys to like log on and gank me. Something. That option's on the table. We need to bring in Best Souls 2 now. We really don't. No, I don't think we do. Mm-mm. Is there an abyss-like area in Elden Ring? I mean, there's the Abyssal Woods, but that's like madness. Is there like a standard like Dark Souls abyss type area that I'm not thinking of? Surely. Bestial? Pheromones? No. Abyss. The Trina area? That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if there's something more accurate. You know, it could be cool though with that area. Maybe when I go underground, because that area is like, it's a bunch of like massive graves and shit, right? That could have some kind of tie into past games. I don't know how, but that could be a fun little thing. Maybe for some reason that area invades all other Soulsborne games. That might be, I feel like that's a tough like lore tie-in though. Maybe not. You know something I could do that I always wanted to do as like part of like a mod or something? I don't know how I'd do it, but with this I could. I always like the idea of having like having a mod, like a multiplayer seamless mod that has like someone who like perpetually invades you, right? Like another player. But they're like, to get them to stop, you have to find them and kill them. Like in the actual world, not as an invader. Similar to that guy in the Bloodborne DLC. So something like that. And the spot that they're in and invading from, like they're madness themed, and the spot that they're invading from is like the Three Fingers chamber. I could do that with my madness build with this. I'd have to have like a viewer occasionally invading me or something. I don't know. Oh, dude. What if in the Abyssal Woods, it's not my madness build that goes through there? What if instead it's I'm going through there on a different build and I'm getting mass invaded by a bunch of you guys on like copy paste of my madness build. And then in order to stop the invasions, at some point I make my way to the Three Fingers chamber and open it up. And there he is, just like naked. Then, you know, kill him there. That's a bit scripted, but like kill him and then the invasion stop. So it's like you could have like these scripted lore-based elements, but like genuine challenges tied to it. You know, like I'd actually be fighting you guys in the Abyssal Woods or in Mogwin Palace or whatever. Sort of see Noxtella and Ulasil similar because of that sort of loosely related Noxtella to the Abyss. I could see that. But yeah, I was saying that because like I was wondering if there was like an area that I could tie into like the abysses of the other games or something. Maybe the only other throwback to the other games is just with Shadow Peeve invading the Dark Souls 1 forest. I think that's enough, you know, because you want it to be an Elden Ring challenge run, and that would be a nice little like Easter egg kind of a deal that ties in. I think we're cooking here in terms of like entertainment value for like a genuine challenge run. No one's fucking done this before, right? Like this is a pretty fucking unique challenge run idea. It's like, here's your challenge run. It's actually difficult. It's actually a challenge, but for hyper unique, like, often covenant driven elements, as well as like new game +7. Maybe not all areas aggression modded randomized, you know, maybe that's tied to one area, but like each zone could have like a different challenge aspect to it while still being like new game +7 at its base. So it's like this weird challenge run cinematic universe kind of fucking, what would be the word, amalgamation. Fighting Guts and Artorias in the Abyssal Woods in Kirito. I have no idea who that is. Okay. Man, if I could find some way to do like a Gravelord element and have it tie into like all catacombs, that'd be fucking cool. Shit. and then have a character that has to, oh dude, let's say have a character that has to go collect death root. I'm like, do I have any like death themed character? I have that new character that's supposed to be like Devil May Cry themed. What's his name? Antaeus, I think. And he's got like a fucking like, he's like so over the top. He's got like a, like 9 circles of hell, like scar on his forehead and shit. Like he could be going into catacombs. That character could be used to go into catacomb areas to collect death root. Like that could be his end goal, is collecting all the death root in the game. And each catacomb could have some kind of Gravelord element to make it like really difficult. Fuck. I'm cooking too much. Ah, man. Shit. Overcooking? I don't think it's overcooking. I think it's unique cooking. It's like a challenge run you've never seen before, you know? Where you like, you touch upon like most zones in the game in like an episodic format tied to different characters and themes and different like challenge aspects. What would a Gravelord element be that happens in catacombs? You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like Soulsborne or like Souls Gravelord. You know, it would be fun, but it's too much of a setup. Players I kill in my invasions on other characters. We get some of you guys to like recreate their build or what you assume to be their build and like their fashion and all that. And you appear in the catacombs as if you died, as if that player died and is now in the catacombs in my world. And I'm having to fight the souls essentially of past players that I've killed on other characters. But that's, oh God, that would be such a pain to set up. I mean, not really. I could just fucking show some of y'all on Discord like a short video clip or screenshot of like a player that I had just killed, and then someone could just like throw on their armor and like the weapons they used, and like that's, you know, that'd be good. Maybe something similar to what you did to Cody. I don't remember, or I don't know what you did to Cody.
Awesome.
Jesus Christ. You can't just drop 10 subs whenever like the past 10 messages were from one person in chat because all of chat went to sleep. Scare the fuck out of me. Thank you, Steve. Jesus Christ, you gave me a heart attack. Thank you. That's extremely generous of you. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much, Steve. I hope I assume the 35% discount is still happening right now. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. Extremely generous. Love you, Peeve. Thanks. Who's making all that ruckus? Yeah, chat's over here trying to sleep. Which I can't blame you. It's literally, you're just looking at my fucking logo and hearing me yap. Most of y'all are probably fucking tabbed out or asleep. That's fine. I'm not planning on doing much this stream. I'm just yapping. I'm probably about to end soon. Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. I've made characters similar to ones he killed during his invasion playthrough and show up when he was in catacombs. Oh, I promise I didn't see that and take the idea from you. But that is very clever. They would be like avenging family members. That's cool. Did he pick up on it? I hope he picked up on it. Because I'm sure he would definitely appreciate that. Similar, but it wasn't the same build. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could do that without it being the same. Man, I'm liking this. So far, Mogwin Palace's challenge is tied to like a Bloodshade type covenant where there's potentially no invader limit through like seamless, like a seamless session. And I have a bunch of you guys invade me on blood themed builds, and I have to get through the area like that. That's the challenge to Mogwin Palace. The catacombs, I could have you guys, and this is all off stream. I could have you guys, a bunch of y'all on Discord or through Discord. Like this could be like, it doesn't have to be later in the playthrough, just after the first episode, at least, I guess. It could be like different episodes of this character. My Antaeus character, which is very like death themed, have him going through catacomb areas, and you guys are, I mean, you wouldn't have to be invading. You could maybe just already be there in the session as like an NPC. Or you could be invading. I don't know. I think it might be more fitting for you to just be in the area already. Like maybe like emoting in a corner or something, whatever RP shit you wanted to do. But then like I'm having to fight my way through you guys that are dressed up as past players I've organically encountered through my own invasions. Like posing as them, as if like they're in the catacombs now because they were killed. And that's the challenge to like catacomb zones. As he collects Death Root. What else did we have? I considered Volcano Manor having an element where like hosts that I kill while getting randomly summoned to invasions buff Rykard and the Blasphemous Blade, but upon killing Rykard and getting the Blasphemous Blade, it's that much stronger in the PvE side of things. I'll think on that. What else did we have? Oh, right. The Madness one. My Madness build could be like invading me randomly, or maybe not randomly, but occasionally, scripted or otherwise. And then the Abyssal Woods, I'm getting mass invaded by carbon copies of them. And like the invasions don't stop until I reach the Three Fingers Chamber in like one of my character's actual worlds, and you know, open the door and he's naked and I kill him. So it's like the challenges would have like these lore, these character lore tie-ins and covenant themes and shit that genuinely add to the challenge. Cooking. I'd buy it on PC just for that. Yeah, I mean, you could you could it could get you guys involved, like even if it's off stream. You know, y'all could have some fun with it too. Okay, I'm gonna keep cooking this. This was actually, I was thinking, am I about to go live and ask chat for suggestions for something? That never goes well. This actually went well. You know, like some suggestions for you guys, but even just like talking about it and just kind of like bouncing it off of you guys, like I've kind of like formed a better idea of what I want to do with this challenge playthrough in my head. Yet it happens all the time. What, chat with good ideas? No. Anytime I ask you guys, like, hey, what should I name this character? Piss Man. The Piss Lord. Something with piss. Something John Piss. And it's like, okay, I don't know why I'm even asking. Is this just a 2-hour brainstorming session? Yeah, kind of. I'm thinking I might lose power tonight from the storm. I hope not. But it was kind of just a, you know, just a quick little jump in brainstorm session. 35% off gift subs, Snowstorm gift subs, because why not? And now I think I need to go focus on Patreon stuff and hope my electricity doesn't go out. Yeah, it's a rare chat W. You guys, you can clap for that. You can clap for that. Congratulations, chat. Common W? Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay. I feel like the toughest part of this would be to like figure out what Limgrave would involve, because Limgrave is just kind of like the most boring area. I don't know. We don't have to start in Limgrave, but maybe. Anyway, I'll think on it. And you guys can let me know on Discord and the Elden Ring channel if you come up with any ideas. I'll send you guys over to Peeve TV, which has started replaying the past playlist. So I'll update it soon, TM. You know, I think the title still says Breath of the Wild. That's a lie. Yeah. Anyway, I should have a Code Vein character creation sponsored segment tomorrow night. Assuming I have power. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. All right. I'll see you guys then, hopefully. Bye, everybody. And thank you again for all the gifted subs and stuff. I appreciate it. Okay, bye.